Gonna get a little drink here, and we'll go into it in a second. Mm. I know you guys haven't heard from me in a little bit. There's been a lot that's gone on. So, you know, I had the adjuster that came out and looked at the travel trailer, and we're still working on that. But if you have gone back through my other videos, you will have seen that I had made a plan a couple months back that I was going to next year, about June, go to Europe, spend some time with my granddaughter, I have a friend in the Czech who's not there right now. She's actually in the States. And but I was going to spend some time with her, and then I was going to go to possibly Italy, Belgium, and then into England, Scotland. That I might bring up a little bit, bring the date up. I found out through my heritage that I can claim my citizenship for Hungary. One little thing. I have to speak Hungarian. I know one word in Hungarian. Well, I know a couple, but one word that's appropriate, well, kinda, and it's Budish. I know that word because that's what my grandpa used all the time. Budish, which means stinky. That's not going to work. But I am going to start studying, and I've already put in for it. It can take anywhere from 6 months to 2.5 years. So I'm doing research on that. I am reducing my property, selling vehicles, so on and so forth. And I've got craft stuff galore, and just closing out a bunch of stuff that I don't need because I am going. I've got the encouragement of my children to go. I've got the encouragement of my ex-husband, who is still a dear friend, to go, and friends to go. In fact, I've got requests for my friends that while I'm over there, if I could go check this out and send them pictures, that would be awesome. And it's right along with the stuff I want to do. So I truly feel that I will be able to accomplish those things for them. So yeah, as for the trailer, let's go back to that. I do not know what's going to happen with that. I do know that it is a total loss. It's not with me right now. I'm not with it. I have it in a safe location. It's locked down. So when I left, you know, it's been hot, and because of some of the issues of, it still has just under the main, you know, the subfloor, there is insulation, and the insulation is wet, and I do believe there might be some exposed wires or something. I don't know. I'm having issues with some of the electricity now, and that's giving me issues with being able to cool down the trailer. And I mean, this is all new stuff. Since it's been hot, I've been trying to cool down the trailer, and since I've been trying to cool down the trailer, it's not working, and with the heat, I'm starting to smell mold, musty smells, and that is something I cannot be around. So I'm not in it right now. My location is not being broadcast, so but whatever happens there happens there. I've got to go on with own plans. So you know, I'm still putting that together. I'm thinking, you know, my family and that have been very gracious on, I mean, the people that are over there, you know, it makes it a lot easier when you have a place to stay. And with my monthly income, I can afford to go. So the only thing I need to raise right now is the airfare and a little extra, and that will be covered with the sale of some of my other stuff that I really don't have a place to put, and has been sitting for years, and I'm never going to get to play with again. So there's really no reason to keep it. And one of them I'm going to replace anyway once I get over there. So I have an Austin Mini, an 85 Mini Ritz here. And, you know, I haven't been around to drive it. So it's been sitting. Well, my husband, my ex-husband, has been driving it off and on and keeping it up for me so it doesn't die. Um, but I'm going to buy one when I get over there, and that's what I'm going to drive over there. And I might go ahead, if I come back, I might go ahead and ship it back over here. I've done it once. It's not that big of a headache. I can do it again. As long as it's 25 years old, you can get it put on the road, so I can actually get in a little bit of a newer one. I'm not going to do the math real quick, so I'm not really sure. At least I could get it into the 90s. So let's see, Braxton's 89, he's 29. Oh my God. Yeah. So anyway, I'm not going to do the math because that makes me feel old. So yeah, I was thinking more about getting like a mini camper or something like that, something that as I'm going in between towns and stuff, if I want to, you know, pull over and take a little nap, I can. But anyway, that's the plan. The trailer, once I get whatever from them, which, you know, I'm starting to think they're probably not going to do anything. You know, liability is such a hard thing to deal with, you know, and no one's ever a winner when it comes to this stuff. And if anyone ever thinks that you're going to get anything from an insurance, then, you know, you got another thing coming. You know, it's not, and no one ever wins when you are dealing with insurances. And, you know, and in this case, this is the worst possible time that it could have happened. And I'm just looking at it as, with everything else, it was just one more thing saying, you know what, you're supposed to go. So I'm taking the hint and saying, okay, that means I'm supposed to go. I'm not leaving directly because I still have a lot of stuff that has to be taken care of. And so I will be taking care of those things. And, you know, of course, I have to wait for me to get closer to the grant of the citizenship. I'm not waiting, you know, I'll be over there way before the 2 years, but I'm hoping that by the end of the year, maybe I'll be there. So until then, I will be traveling. I will not be sitting in Arkansas. So as soon as I can get the stuff done in Arkansas, I'll be out of Arkansas. I don't know which direction I'm going from that point, but I'm not in Arkansas presently. But there you go. So as soon as I find out anything about the insurance, I'll let you guys know exactly what happened. I will also, when I get back to check on the trailer, I'll go over in detail and show you the effects that this is having on the trailer, not being able to get to that, the insulation that's down there. And the reason I can't is because, well, at that point, I was living in it. And they would have to take it into, you know, a working area, you know, into the shop and drop my tanks and everything to get into where those, at least this is what I was being told, that they were going to have to take it in, drop my tanks, and pull all of that insulation out. So they were going to have to physically have it. Well, that meant I wasn't going to have a place to stay. And also, they were going to charge me $100 an hour, which I cannot afford. So that wasn't going to happen. Depending on what happens with the insurance, I may end up selling it with, letting the person who buys it, selling it cheap, and letting the person who buys it know exactly what happened, and so that they can do whatever. Because I know there's a lot of people that can take care of that. I could take care of it too, if I had a place to do it, and the time, the tools. I do actually have the tools, but I don't have a place to do it. Um, and with this new direction that I'm going, there's really no reason to. So keep in touch. I may be selling it real cheap. Uh, but like I said, whatever's happening to that trailer has no bearing on where I'm going at this point, because this has been a plan since March to go to Europe. But with the reality of being able to claim my Hungarian citizenship, making me an EU citizen, uh, and they allow dual citizenships, which means I get to retain my American citizenship, um, then that means I can go over earlier, and it actually entitles me to their educational programs. And there are some incredible medieval educational programs that I want to take. And even though those programs I originally wanted to take for to help me in a society that I was involved in, I'm no longer involved in that society. There are still other societies over in Europe that I can be involved in that is based on the same thing. So taking those courses would still enhance my abilities for teaching and sharing that knowledge. So I still want to take those. And having that citizenship will help me in that and doing that. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. Anybody out there uh, who knows Hungarian, contact me, because I am going to need to not only speak it, but I need to be able to have a rudimental understanding of reading and writing it also. I believe it has to be on a very basic level, like first year reading. Um, I guess they just want you to uh, be started so that as you uh, continue, you will get better, but they just want to know that you've started. So, anyway, that's on the citizens test that I'm going to have to take. So, if anyone out there speaks, reads, and writes Hungarian, can you contact me? I am taking a course, but it's always nice to have somebody to correspond with that can help me out. So I'm third generation Hungarian. My Hungarian family didn't get here until the early part of the 20th century. So I'm excited. Um, I will let you know on what's going on. Um, it's really cool that this date has been put up earlier. Um, I'm not changing my reservations that I put for like July, um, which was in Scotland. 28 days. Is it Scotland or is it July or June? Maybe July or maybe be June. But I'm going to be in Scotland for 28 days, staying in a room above a pub. But the point is the pub was built in the 15th century, and the pub owner has agreed to let me go up into the attic so that I can map out the architecture of the split beam wood they used to build it. It is a timber frame pub with cob and daub that is still there. They didn't cover it up, and it has the thatched wood or the thatched roof still. That he said the thatched roof was over 100 years old, and but he's going to let me go up there and check that out, and so that's going to be really awesome. So I'm not changing any of those dates. If I am able to go over earlier, I will up my my embroidery and stitchery classes, because they have some really good ones coming up this year that I was disappointed that I would possibly miss. So fingers crossed that my Hungarian citizenship goes smoothly. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Until then, if you guys like what you see or have any suggestions, please leave them below and push the buttons up or down. If it's down, please explain why so we can change it. And if you would like to, write us a letter, snail mail type, you can do that too by writing P.O. Box 24, Edwards, Mississippi 39066. And those letters will be forwarded on to me. You can still email me at chotiagirl@gmail.com. And like I said, you could always leave me a message below in the comment section. And again, if you know anyone who reads, writes, and speaks Hungarian fluently, could you please have them contact me, because I'm going to need some serious help. It is not a Latin-based language, so it is going to be very difficult. So I spoke today with Nadia, like I said, and she is from Czech, and she's like, I can't help you. So I need help. You guys have a great day, and until then, be safe on that road. Bye.